think about that thumbnail, right? Appropriate. Remember that wife episode on Seinfeld? Remember that episode? How you doing out there, YouTube? How are you? I know, again, I got started a little early, so that's kind of expected. Got a lot to kind of cover, right? Rocking a new collared shirt here. You ever feel like the people that you work with, right? They don't wear it quite as good as you do, right? And you're like, I wear it a little bit better than they do. And you kind of have that like quiet confidence or that understanding that other people feel the same way, right? How are you? Today's Friday, July 17th. It's good to see you, Lewis Martin. How you doing out there? How are you? We're talking about wives. We're talking about the things that bother me, particularly not so much, but about my wife, right? Some of those things, right? They say happy wife, happy life ish, you know. It takes some work, but some of these things that my wife does, I don't know. I don't know some of those things that my wife does, right? Maybe you can relate to this, right? But yeah, like let me get right into it and in no particular order, right? Good to see you. I'm Loud Italian. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, enable notifications so you never miss a beat, right? I go live generally 9:30 to 10 Pacific Standard Time, AM, and 12:30 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. So laughs are coming, all right? Laughs are coming. Bringing the comedy to you. I'm not sure why this happens, but like what's going on with the laundry, right? My wife will wash clothes, right? And then she'll forget to put it in the dryer, right? Does this happen? Does this happen to you, couples out there, right? Married couples out there, right? When you're going to go wash some more clothes, especially like work and stuff, and those clothes are washed, but they never go to the dryer. Come on. You got to put them in the dryer, right? You got to put them in the dryer. Forget about them in the dryer after they're done. That's fine, right? And my son, right, he'll take that laundry and he'll pull it out and leave it there. I'll put it back at least, right? But when you're doing laundry and you're washing the clothes and you're not going to do anything with it, to just leave it in there without it like, you know, without it being washed, right? Wyatt, how you doing out there? It's good to see you, right? Couples out there, wives, right? Happy wife, happy life ish. You know, it's okay, right? It happens now and then. Couples, right? Any married people out there, you can understand that. Cheers, right? This is my coffee. My coffee shot, it's actually fine now. They were able to clean up that electrical problem, right? We all have our favorite coffee shops. This is a smaller one, a smaller company, and so they really care about their coffees and like their services and stuff to others, right? Hospitality's better. I'm trying to get them an apparel line, right? I want to promote their brand, right? And so I'm offering that up to them. Loud, man, you're quite manageable, bud. Well, I do. Let me know you can hear me too, right? No, it's yeah. So yeah, just making sure that you can hear me and that sort of thing. Yeah, cheers, coffee. Go make yourself some, right? This is kind of how people start their day, right? Or maybe in the afternoon, but I'm cutting you fresh material, fresh content, quality, right? Nothing you don't want, everything you need. No crazy services and stuff like that. So it's good to see you guys, gals, everyone out there. Hope you're doing well. I'm Loud Italian. Like, subscribe, you know what I mean? Enable notification. We hit over 1,000 short views yesterday. My very first. Thank you for that. Thank you for taking a chance. Thank you for clicking on my video, right? Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. My first 1K on the short, it didn't even, like, my connection was going crazy. So I'm no longer going to be parking in the same spot I was yesterday, right? I didn't really take into consideration internet quality because most of the time I go to parking lots and I try to find adequate shade, right? And a good connection. Apparently, a better connection for the internet is better than shade. So I'm learning, right? I'm learning. So thank you. Thank you. I do what I can. I show up, right? Right? I try to keep professional, right? Quality, right? So, a lot of times this is your first impression, right? I'm Loud Italian. Who is this guy? Why click on his link? What's the point, right? Right? Check that bio out, right? I cut and create quality content for you in times of stress and times of needs, right? To feel good, right? Add some comfort and a lot of discomfort, uncomfortable situations and sort of thing, right? Um, hey Mando, it's good to see you. One of my regulars. Good to see you. Thank you for showing up, showing your support. I appreciate you. Wives, right? Um, yeah, so when you're doing laundry, right? Like, just if you're not going to do the laundry, then just kind of like leave it in a pile, right? And then put it, put it in the wash. I mean, that's kind of what I do. I have a system, right? And then I'll throw the thing in there. It's like a top loader, right? And I'm fortunate enough to have a washer and dryer. I've been to laundry mats. Have you been to laundry mats lately, YouTube? Right? They got Apple Pay now on laundry machines. It's not the coin operated anymore. What's going on with that? No coin operated laundry, right? People are not even in there anymore. They wait in their cars. They don't sit in there anymore, right? I guess it's the times that we live in. Um, but yeah, like, and this is in no particular order, right? And I'm like, sometimes I'm sitting there and I'm doing something, and then my wife will talk to me from another room, right? Her back is turned to me, and there's a wall that separates her and I, right? Right? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I'm lucky to hear you even if you're in the same room as me, right? So like, hey, would you come over here, or I'll go over there and then we'll have a conversation, maybe sit at the table, face each other, right? Make eye contact, like humans are supposed to do. Um, but yeah, like if you're going to talk to me, like you got to rotate, you got to at least, like, you know what I mean? Kind of not talk when there's a wall that separates us, right? Come on, right? Come on. That's funny. But yeah, go walk over, right? Walk over to me, right? Or I'll walk over to you. So, because most of the time I can't hear. Um, so yeah, like, okay, so there's that, right? There is and this can happen, right? I mean, this happens, right? People get busy and stuff. But when I'm about to drive for the day, and I live about an hour away, and she works about an hour away, and I hop into the truck or whatever, not so much with the electrical car, because we have a box on the house that I plug in. I actually forgot to do it last night. So hopefully I can make it back. I might be white knuckling it all the way home. But when I get into the vehicle and I see that gas tank on empty or close to it, right? I don't want to start the day upset. Like, you know what I mean? Like halfway, maybe, right? Keep it halfway. But when I get up into that truck, right? And I look down and I'm like, oh no. Oh, I gotta get gas now, right? I gotta go get gas. I gotta go fill up the tank because it was on empty, right? Come on. So yeah, I'm talking about my wife and the things that upset me, right? I talked about the things that upset her last time. This is the full circle, right? This is the other 180. This is from my perspective. And I told you this was coming, YouTube. I told you this was coming, right? And I had to, yeah, I would love to get affiliated. I would love to be monetized and stuff, right? So it's good to see you. Thank you for joining me in here. Thank you for clicking on my video. We hit 1,000 views on my short yesterday. That was fantastic, right? Apologies yesterday again for the connection. I'm in a better spot now, so I hope the quality's good. I hope the video is good. I hope the audio is even better, right? Let me know. Thumbs up, heart, something. Let me know. Hopefully, I'm not trying to waste your time. I have notes, YouTube. I write notes, right? So, and we're going to keep it professional, right? We're going to keep it moving. We're going to keep it professional. We're all trying to help each other here, right? And so let's remember that. Let's keep it clean. I'm going to keep it professional, right? Just like my my beautiful blue collared shirt. First time wearing it today. I cut the tag off today. Happy about it. You know, and so like fill the tank up, right? Or at least let me know about it, right? So I have some expectations when I get into the vehicle, right? Some courtesy. The hair, right? And this is in no particular order, and I know it happens, and I know she's not going to wear a hairnet. She says she's not going to wear a hairnet. She says, I'm not going to wear a hairnet. But like sometimes when we're eating a meal together, right? And I'm eating, right? I'll find something that's like that doesn't feel quite like food, and then there's a hair in there. There's a hair in my food, and then I've got to like, oh, no, come on. You can't have hair in the food, right? And sometimes it wraps around the other food, and I'm like pulling it out. I mean, come on. Can't have. Thank you so much for the subscription. I appreciate you, right? Like the hair in the food. Sometimes I'm aware of it, right? Or kind of aware of it, right? And we're kind of moving stuff out of the way, right? I'm always looking for stuff like that. It always hits me, right? I always feel it. I'm like super sensitive with hair, I guess. But yeah, you know, the hair and the food. I mean, it doesn't happen all the time, but it always catches me, right? Always catches me off guard, and I gotta pull it up out of my throat. It's not feel, or it wraps around the tooth. It's almost like dental floss, right? And you gotta like, you know what I mean? Like you're flossing your teeth once again, but from reverse. Hey, happy Friday. It's good to see you guys. Talking about wives, talking about my wife, right? And this is all good fun, right? This is all good fun. These aren't deal breakers. They're just things that happen, right? Couples out there taking it to the next level, right? So it's just, you know, some insight, some clarity, some of the things that happened to me. So, you know, and there's another thing, right? When we're driving, right? And I don't like driving. I drive if I absolutely have to, but like there could be no one in the parking lot, right? There's like no one in the parking lot, and somehow she hits the median, right? Or hits that island where the tree is, right? Like she runs over, right? So like, you know what I mean? That island, she'll like back up and like, cause she always does 3-point turns, right? She never backs in. She parks to the front, right? She's a front parker. I park in the back, right? I back in. Everything is the opposite. I have a system. No system there. There's no system, right? So most of the time I feel like I got to have a blindfold on. I can't see, right? If you take the sight away from me, maybe I'll be okay, right? But a lot of times it's like my heart rate's like 170, you know what I mean? It's beating a mile a minute. You know, and it's like it's just, you know, there's some discomfort there, right? Right, like all of a sudden, and you know, and there's like a sorry, right? And I look over, right, because I'm in the passenger seat. I look over, and she's like, sorry about that, you know. And I know it's coming too, and I'm just like, and she's like, you can drive if you want to, you can drive. And I was like, no, I dislike driving more. I really don't like driving, right? I really don't. I'm not a fan of it. I like to sit in the back or in the passenger seat. I just don't like it. I like to ride a bike instead. You know, it's just how I am. Um, but yeah, drive if I absolutely have to. Running over that stuff, right? You know, empty car garage too, right? Hits like makes a turn, but does it too short, hits the side, the thing pops up, right? So, you know, that happens. Um, but yeah, thank you for joining me, YouTube. I hope you, I'm going to read chat towards the end. I'm going to address everyone by name. Hopefully, I get it right at the very end. We're 15 minutes in. I'm fired up. My coffee is about gone. So yeah, I'm Loud Italian. It's good to see you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for clicking on my video today, on my live stream, right? Hopefully my quality of internet's great. Hopefully my voice is even greater, and there's some adequate lighting for the visual quality, right? I'm always trying to improve your guys' experience, um, and I'm always trying to get better. I'm always reaching. I'm always pushing. I'm above ground. It's a good day today, right? We're above ground. Let's remember that, right? Let's be kind, hospitable, professional, right? Leave it better than you found it. So, um, this isn't even mad, bro. Yeah, this isn't mad. No, not at all. Yeah, I'm just kind of like, I'm not sure why I'm leaning in though, right? And I'm not sure why I squint a lot. It's not like it's super bright in here, but I don't know. I like the eyebrows, right? I'm known for the eyebrows and my nose. Um, and so, you know, I'm liking it, right? I'm 170 now. Like I'm in the 170s. It feels great. Um, Fasting's really working and all that stuff, but that's something different. That's side tangent. But I'm gonna come back. I'm circling back to wives, right? Some of the things that like kind of upset me. Um, but yeah, so we're gonna get to um, yeah, the driving, right? So I've talked about the parking, right? I talked about the front parking, right? The 3-point turns, and most of the time there's a 3-point turn that she's doing. I got my hand on my eyes, right? If I could block so I wouldn't be able to hear it. It's like there's that one turn, and I'm aware that there could be a time where you run over the island, right? And I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm kind of wincing. I'm like guarding my head, you know what I mean? Like I'm a boxer. Um, but there are those times when we're on the road, right? And there's like the cop there on the side, top of the hill or the bottom of the hill. She'll like slam on the brakes. She'll like pump the brakes a little bit. And I'm like, that's why you hit cruise control, right? You hit cruise control and you don't have to worry about the law enforcement out there, right? Um, you know what I mean? And the swerving, right? Paying a little bit more attention than you need to the surroundings, right? We could be driving down a road and she'd be like, "Oh, look, they added a new roof to the house, right? They added a new addition to their lawn." And I'm like, "I didn't even know there was a house there. I'm looking at the road. I'm trying to get home safely, right? I'm not looking too far left and right. I'm worried about the car in front and behind me, if you know what I mean, right? Come on." Right? So you know what I mean? That's a little bother. That kind of bothers me, right? That's some of a semi bother. Um so you know, and let's see. Oh, right. So so there's those times, right, when she's doing the shopping and that sort of thing, right? And she's shopping, and I like to go into a place, right? And I like to get disappointed the old-fashioned way, right? Oh, they don't have it, so I'll just come back next time, right? Or I'll go somewhere else. I don't really do the I don't see the I mean, I know it's convenient, I guess, but like I don't what bothers me is the times where you're going to drive to one of those, like, you know, you order ahead of time, right? Right, the order pickup drop off places, right? You know, you drive up there, right? Target's good for this, right? And then you park in one of those spots, right, that are designated for someone to come out and load your groceries in for you. I don't need that. I don't need that, right? And there's always a chance that they're going to they're going to screw up an order or not drop something off right or give you a different bag. You get home and you realize, wait a minute, this isn't my order. Or you're ordering from multiple places, right? And then they screw up somehow. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's going to happen, right? That's going to happen when you order from multiple places. It can get confusing, right? I can get confused in one place, and that's in person. So, you know what I mean? I mean, that happens, right? And then I get called about it or text messaged about it, right? Wife loves the text message, right? I didn't really cover this in the notes, but when there's the FaceTime, right? Big on FaceTime and stuff, right? And it's like, you never get caught off guard when you get called by FaceTime and you're like, how do I like slide this off? So like, can I just do the text message or the call? I like the voice, right? I like the voice, right? And I'm not one to have it on like, people in public, right? They have their phone and it's on and you can hear the conversation they're having with another person. Do that in your car. Do that at home, right? No one wants to hear that. That's just some extra, like that's loud, like anti-white noise, right? If anything, that's black noise or whatever, right? So that's not okay. I'm not a fan of that, right? Come on. And I'm just kind of bothered by that. It's bothersome. Does that bother you? Right? So, yeah, so we're going to keep it professional again. We're not going to throw in any hurtful comments or you know what I mean, any of that stuff, right? We're going to keep it professional. And we're going to keep it moving along. So thank you for joining me. I know there's some regulars in here. I appreciate you. And so yeah, we're not talking about anything that's going to, make anyone upset, right? We're keeping it positive. We're keeping it professional and we're keeping it moving because I want to provide this service of quality and content in a time of need, right? So yeah, and I'll read chat towards the end, and I'll address everyone as long as they were professional in the chat. So I'm not gonna add any more confrontation. So yeah, no religion, no politics, none of that stuff. Sexuality, things like that, right? I'm gonna keep it about the notes and try not to deviate too much. But yeah, so so I covered the driving and stuff, right? And these are things that are like, it's supposed to be humor, right? It's funny. My wife will probably watching this later and laughing, right? So it's not insulting. It's not supposed to be. It's just a husband who's aware of his wife's behaviors and stuff, right? Man that pays attention, right? About time a man pays attention. But yeah, like, and there's some of those times, right, when you're like, and we had a wall calendar, right? And I got that, and I like the old fashioned calendars, right, with the big generous boxes, right? And then you would write in there, right? And this last Christmas she wanted like an e-calendar, a calendar that updates, right? And a calendar that gets software updates, really? Come on. You know what I mean? And then I gotta press it, right? And I gotta type it in and it makes that sound, that like sound. That sound bothers me. It's a bothersome sound. It bothers me, but it's like, like I'm sitting there and I'm eating or whatever. We're having a conversation and she tells me things are gonna happen within like 3 to 4 weeks of each other, right? Oh yeah, the kids are gonna go here, and then we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna go here, and I'm gonna get that, and I'm gonna get this. And it's like, I'm not gonna remember. I'm not gonna remember any of this stuff, right? I'm lucky to like just kind of keep things up here, like, in a healthy way, right? Just put it on the calendar. Put it on the calendar, and I'll read it, and I go day by day, right? I go day by day, not week by week. Come on. I mean, I'm not guaranteed the next day, right? And my wife's like, you got to plan. You got to plan. Planning's important. It's like, yeah, but you're not guaranteed, right? I'm just trying to take it day by day, you know? I'm taking it day by day. And that's it, right? That's kind of how I operate. So it's like, I'll read the calendar and stuff if I have to, but yeah, come on. Um, and then her newest thing, and I'm going to end it here after a couple more jokes, but like, she's got a thing about books now. She loves ordering books, and that's good. Reading's great, right? Um, I'm a fan of reading and stuff like that, but it's like all these books that you get that you're not going to really reread. Like the books that I get, I'm like, I can learn from and get inspired by. I get great ideas from, right? Things I'm going to underline, right? I'm going to make it a part of me, right? I'm going to consume it, drink coffee near it, spill on it, eat near it, right? Books are supposed to be like digested, right? Um, she'll read the books, right? And she'll read it once, and they still stay pristine. And then there's like nothing, there's no need for it afterwards, right? There's no need for the book afterwards. And I'm like, what are you going to do with the book? So we got books everywhere, right? Just like shoes are everywhere, right? It's like I'm trying to get to a spot in the bedroom and there's shoes everywhere or whatever, right? And I'm gonna I gotta swim through all the shoes, or I gotta like move the shoes out of the way, right, to get to where I'm going, and then shoes are falling down because there's so many of them, and you can never find the other shoe. There's always one shoe you find and then the other one you can't, and you're like, where the hell is that shoe, right? Come on, right? Pick out those shoes for the week or the day, right? I lay my clothes out the night before, so everything's in a nice, neat pile. Because it bothers me, I'm gonna have to look for it tomorrow. So yeah, and sell them, donate them, do what you got to do, right? And then and move from there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. YouTube, thank you for joining me. We're 27 minutes in. I'm not trying to waste your time. These are all good fun and games, right? This is all good stuff that happens. So thank you for joining me today. Appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, enable notifications. Ronan, Matthew, Consta Affair, U.S. Liberty, FPG, hi, Brooklyn, Mando, Don, Bree, Mr. Fox. Yeah, you guys were in here before. Thank you again for hanging out. I appreciate you. Eccentric, Vikings, Armor, Natalia, Truly, Armor, Merc, 2575, Truly, Mild. Who else we got? Hunter, B4, Notra. Let's see, what is that? Nota roll 4323. I hope I got that right. Good luck to you, Rhodey. Don't move, right? Don't move. You don't want to get anything cut that's not supposed to be. Good luck to you. Noni, Relief, Tino, Wyatt, and Lewis. Thank you all for joining me. I am Loud Italian. It's good to see you. Thank you for dropping in. I go live 9:30 to 10. 9:30 to 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and 12:30 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. I will get this down eventually. This is the live streams and stuff, so I don't do any editing and stuff, right? But I'm going to go do my walk. I'm going to go throw my headphones on, maybe have a little bit more coffee. I'm going to provide a world-class service. I enjoy what I do. I'm trying to get others that enjoy what I do. I had the privilege. I am a veteran also, and I had the privilege. We have a new hire, right? And I hope he stays with us. He kind of linked up with me yesterday, and I got to kind of train him unofficially. He's an Air Force veteran, and he's great. And I hope that he stays in our department, and I can provide more of a service, and and help him out, right? Because it's what it's all about, right? Helping out others out, leaving it better than you found it, right? Relationships, resilience, right? Any Dale Carnegie Take Command podcast fans out there, it's a fantastic podcast. They usually do 1 or 2 podcasts a month, right? So today was all about resilience. It was all about curiosity and building relationships, right? I am actively pursuing the book How to Win Friends and Influence People, Dale Carnegie. There was a foreword written by his daughter. That's always great, right? There's always out there someone that's an expert. There's an expert in every one of us, right? There's always something that someone else knows more than us that we can learn from. So that's what I try to do. Stay humble, build relationships, staying curious, and have some resilience, right? So again, thank you for joining me. I appreciate you guys, gals, everyone out there, wherever you are in the world. I'm Loud Italian. I hope to see you again. Hope you had a great time. I did. Yeah, that's it. So this isn't goodbye. It's see you later, because goodbye is something you say to someone you don't want to see again. So to you, chat, YouTube, viewers, subscribe, leave a comment, enable notifications, and I hope to see you again. Peace.